what's happening, gang. I know this is short notice, but I feel bad. I'd scheduled that program for yesterday, and then some things came up, and then some stuff this morning. So I thought we'd just throw it on, see if anybody shows up. Logan Hall showed up first, even. So we do have that going for us. But yeah, so this was just sort of a quick put together, some quick things happening. I received a text message the other day, and from there, conversation started. So hopefully, if you're a prayerful type, I could use those. If you're a good vibes type, you can certainly use those. A happy thoughts kind of person, please get them my way. This would be cool if it worked out. It would be a essentially a former employee they kind of have a need, but they weren't really going to act on it, kind of thing. So we shall see what's going on. But when they found out that I was available, they sort of looked to up their time frame as far as maybe creating this new, this extra position. So I'm really excited about it. I had a couple really nice conversations, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Goldfinger says it's in the bag. Hopefully it is. Hopefully it is. That's it would be a very happy reunion. It seemed very positive in general. So I was pretty excited by the way things went. Hopefully it is the way it should be. Best of luck, Mark. Thank you, Logan. How's the finger, Logan Hall? How's the finger? So on the screen, I sort of combined a bunch of those breakfasts of the world, like the Filipino sea log and the Puerto Rican meal that I made, and a couple others. I made these air fried pork belly bites. They were kind of maple, chipotle, garlic seasoned. Air fried those, then transfer them over to the rice with some onion and pepper and spices and seasonings. Topped it with an egg and let it go. Just let it go. It was good. It was delicious. Had a little leftovers of that stuff for breakfast this morning. We'll show you that too. Logan is slowly healing, going back to the gym today. I'll see if it gives me any trouble there. Yes. Hopefully it's healing well. The link is pinned at the top. But yeah, so that was a couple very good meetings. Probably wouldn't be anything until I would imagine next month. Probably won't know for another week or so what they're gonna, if it's gonna be something. But again, it's kind of neat to be considered for something that isn't even really a position. To have someone think enough of you to say, hey, we're thinking about in the future doing something, but since you're available now, maybe we'll up our time frame. I thought that was nice to hear. Nice to hear. Nice to be wanted, But this breakfast was delicious. These pork belly bites are so good. And so, like I said, I kind of put, it was like splash of vinegar, some maple syrup, some hot oil, like chili oil, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper. Can't remember what else I put in there. Let them sit overnight in that, chop them up, let them sit overnight in that mixture. And then hit them in the air fryer. And when they come out of the air fryer, they're a little bit big, so I chopped them again and just kind of finished them off in the rice mixture. Topped it with an egg. Delicious, delicious stuff. Today, these guys are very casual. So, where I was working, we were shirt and tie people. But these guys are super casual. So you don't wear a shirt and tie around them. So we went with Vineyard Vines, and we went with the amazing Aquaterra Turquoise. Delicious. Whole Milk says, "You're making me hungry." Well, that's part of what we do here. Johnny O is in the house. Says, "Good afternoon." Good afternoon, Johnny. I don't know if it's not afternoon quite. A couple minutes before afternoon here. I know it's not afternoon where you're at. But I appreciate the hello. Got 10 people watching. Don't forget to hit that upvote. I do appreciate those as always. So yeah, we had a couple really good conversations. Like I said, I kind of felt bad because I was going to do the show yesterday, and then things kept we delayed getting delayed because of weather, because we got a few inches of snow. It was nasty and stuff going on with them. So finished up this morning with a coffee meeting. We went to some place called the Crazy Horse Coffee Shop. Boom. Very good stuff. I don't know if it's a chain or not. I should probably look it up. But went with the cold brew as normal. Topped it off before I left. Yeah, I thought I'd come chat with you guys for a little bit, see what was going on. I saw the Tudor release. I got a notification. You got to hit the notification so you know when we're coming on. But notification that OC did a little quick show on the thing. Yes, I did. I doxed my coffee. Yes. I doxed myself with a regularity that is just terrifying. But what are you gonna do? I am a man with little secrets. And that's why I just come on here and tell you guys what's going on. Here's what's happening. So yeah, you have to have the notifications on so you get the heads up on that stuff. Oh, coffee and Aquaterra action. And here was the leftovers. Just kind of made some scrambled eggs and toast with it. Delicious. Added some roasted red peppers to the mix this time. And a latte from my Nespresso maker. Again, delicious. Hard to beat. Yesterday we were out and about and wearing the creamsicle. Love that watch. Such a pretty watch. Stopped by the my Rolex AD. Was looking around at some stuff, and I'm looking at she was asking about the creamsicle. I'm looking at some of the stuff they have, and when I put this creamsicle up against like a Sea Dweller, I like the creamsicle so much more. First things first, it's the lugs. Again, I love the Lyra lugs. Here's a better picture of the lugs, actually. Yeah, the lugs are great. The fact that you have a little variety in the case. I love that orange bezel. The Sea Dweller is it's just a very, 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 very plain watch, even with a matte dial. It's not a lot going on there. So you do have that. But what did you guys think of the turquoise flamingo Black Bay chrono that they released today? Or David Beckham showing today. We'll pull up an article on that. See what's going on there. Head on over to All Watch News and time and tide deployment. Let's go with a Hodinky article. A lot of times they have a lot more pictures. There we go. So yeah, they keep reintroducing this watch in new colors. It's a mega thing of them to do, I think. The Black Bay Chrono in general, not my favorite watch. Don't hate it. Never been one of my favorites, but I know some of the colorways are cool. But Black Bay Chrono is a platform to play with a broader spectrum of color. They're calling this a teal-toned Black Bay. I guess you could technically say that this is a teal-toned or turquoise Aquaterra. Teal, the color of 2025. Who would have thought? It's not aligned with Inter Miami. Flamingo Blue. Tudor measures 41 millimeters, 14.4 thick, and a 5-link bracelet. 5-link bracelets are cool. COSC certified. Okay, so this is not a Metas chronometer in these. These are just COSC. $58.75 for a Tudor. Ooh, brutal. I know I've seen this. I've seen the blue. I've seen the pink. What do you guys think? Do you guys have a favorite? Does have a silicone balance spring. If it's going to have a silicone balance spring, I don't know why they wouldn't just do the Metas certification on it. You can always tell if it's Metas certified because it'll say master chronometer on the dial. And this one just says chronometer officially certified. So it's a COSC movement, -2 to +4. Not bad. Not a bad release. For just a different color. I mean, that watch, not crazy about the case. And I like a bigger watch. It is definitely a bigger watch. And it wears big. But I have yet to be sold on the Tudor chronograph, on the Black Bay chronograph yet. Like the GMTs, I wish they did the master chronometer in that opaline white. Got rid of one of those snowflake hands. That would be cool. But overall, head on over to the Tudor's website and see if they have it on there yet. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Well, they're doing a complete Miami Vice thing here. Flamingo blue and pink. It's a very 90s color scheme. Black Bay ceramic in blue. Born to Dare. Huh. So the ceramic blue is a master chronometer. It says Black Bay on it. Huh. Interesting. So that one is a master chronometer. The other two are COSC chronometers. Like I said, if they're using the silicone brown spring, I don't know why they don't just do that in general. But if they made the GMT, the standard size GMT, like this one with the master chronometer movement, especially in that opaline blue, ooh, I'd be all over that. I would love that a lot. Esoteric says Chrono should not have a snowflake hand. That's his biggest gripe. Yeah. That's in general, they do this snowflake hands just cover up so much of the dial when you're looking at one of their watches. Even on the regular GMT, let's see. Honestly, I think this is my favorite Tudor right now. Just kind of the standard monochrome. Looks like an old school Tudor sub. Wouldn't it be cool if they put the Tudor rose instead of the shield back on for the logo? That would be cool. I like that bracelet. The bracelet's actually really nice. I had the red bezel one for a time. And that bracelet is pretty nice, I gotta admit. But Yeah, I kind of like that all black, but that snowflake, this snowflake hands are just so big. So when it's covering something, it's really covering something. I'm not sure that I'm 100% sold on the snowflake. I don't know. What do you guys think? Snowflake fans or non fans? Let's find the GMTs. Black Bay GMT. So my issue, I love this watch. I love the colorway on this watch. But my true issue is I got 3 snowflake hands to deal with. I got a GMT snowflake hand. I've got a snowflake on the second and a snowflake for the hour. So, and then, I don't know. It's a good looking watch, though. I like the white colorway, the white dial with the red and blue. I think it's a good match. But you tell me. I work for you guys. You tell me. What do you think of that as far as a setup? A kit, if you will. I don't think it looks bad. I think this flamingo one is. I mean, it's just it's just a different color. It's not that it's bad. At least it's only one snowflake hand on that one. Whoopsie. Love the rose on the crown. Like their crowns. Mr. Beckham rocking it out. The Miami South Beach vibe. Everyone in the Florida crew is going to need one of these tutors. Homo says OC ruined tutor. OC hates tutor. Hates tutor. I don't mind tutors, but I think they do a lot of the same stuff over and over again. It's almost like the Speedmaster with Omega. You know, it's just another Black Bay, another variant of a Black Bay, another size of a Black Bay, another color of a Black Bay. It's like, all right, we get it. What else you doing? What else have you got going on, tutor? Do something special. But it is a 41 millimeter. So these are, again, another difference between Tudor and Rolex. These are 316L steel instead of the 904. 22 millimeter lugs, 14.4 thick, 70-hour power reserve. It does have the T-Fit rapid adjustment system in the 5-link bracelet. Dome sapphire crystal. Flamingo blue. We're going all in on that 90 vintage, early 90s colorway vibe of the blue and pink, kind of teal and pink. Flamingo blue and pink, I guess you can call it. I don't know. What do you think? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you not care? Did OC ruin Tudor for you? It's possible. You know? Part of the master manipulation is to put Tudor out of business, I believe. He believes no one should waste their money on a Tudor. I like some of the Tudor watches. I wish they would do more stuff. I can tell you, when I was at the AD yesterday, I was killing a little bit of time for a while, but I don't know where these would be if they would just be in their black bag. Yeah, these watches are actually really nice looking. They have one of these two-tone. They have one of these guys, a two-tone in the case as well. It might have been a 36, but maybe a 39. Might have been just one. isn't a very nice looking, just regular old watch, you know. They had one of these blue ones. It was a smaller one, but I like this blue as well. Yeah, it's a good looking piece. They do a nice job with these. These have the T fit with the 5 link bracelet, so you're not missing anything. Not missing any of the options. I'm not crazy about the Pelagos, but that could just be me. I think. I mean, it's a fine watch. There's nothing wrong with it. The FXDs, I think, look better, but they have a fixed lug and you're wearing a cloth strap on it all the time. Yeah, if I had to pick one, it's probably this. An awful lot of text at 6 o'clock, though. I mean, 5 lines of text. One of which says rotor self winding. Do we really need that? You know, if that said Pelagos chronometer officially certified, if it just said chronometer officially certified 500 meters, I'd even be happy with that. You can take out the Pelagos and the rotor self winding, clean that dial up a little bit, let it breathe, let it breathe. It's a fine watch with a bunch of text. And it comes with a complimentary strap. You get a blue rubber strap with it as well. Not a bad deal. Oh, wait, another great 45-minute chrono is very limiting compared to it. Yeah, that too. Yeah, I get it, esoteric. 45-minute chronograph seems like a little weird, but I don't know anybody really that even uses their chronographs anymore for timing, with your phones and stuff. I don't know. I don't know if it's really necessary aside from looks. So maybe it's cheaper to make a 45-minute chronograph. I don't know. But I can see your point. Can definitely see your point there. So what did we learn so far today? We learned that there is a new Tudor chronograph. We learned that Mark has had some meetings about a potential job. Also, Mark made for dinner last night. Actually, for dinner the next 4 nights. Yeah, last night plus the next 4. I made a mushroom stroganoff. Delicious. Delicious. Can't stress enough how good that was. So my ex was a vegetarian. So I have some vegetarian dishes in the back catalog, if you will, that I make sometimes. Whole Milk says, what watch are you going to get to celebrate the new job? Knock on wood. An aqua timer, of course, Whole Milk. The IWC aqua timer. Nah, probably not. And no one would come visit me anymore if I bought an aqua timer. Or we'd just be tired of, you just have heard about the aqua timer so much, you'd be done with it. Done with me. I don't know. So something with a black dial. I like the Big Pilot 43. I like the IWC Mark 20. I like the Tudor Black Bay Monochrome. I like the Explorer 140. Those are all possibilities. They all kind of fit my 10 grand under kind of price rangey thing that I try and do. That I try and keep to. But I've got kind of, this satisfied kind of blue and green. I've got the creamsicle with the white dial and the colorful, playful bezel. So then I probably need something with a black dial, I would think. What do you guys think? What are your favorite black dial watches? Any recommendations for a black dial watch for the Lucha? Always looking for ideas and help and that kind of thing. Who wouldn't be? You're hanging out with a watch community. Black dial watches are cool. They're very classic. Uh-oh. What the hell is that? Oh my Lord. Hold on, guys. Breaking news from All Watch News. It looks like we have the Hublotus. The square Hublo Big Bang. Look at that. Where'd they get that idea from? It's a big square Big Bang. Square Bang, they call it. So the Cubitus is out, and Hublo's got to mock it. Make a homage, if you will. Damn. Just trying to say $26,200. Oh, hold on. Good evening, Watch Someone. How are you, sir? How are things in the UK? It's been cold and snowy here. It's supposed to get really cold next week. So that'll be a week I don't mind being at home. Super cold. Not looking forward to it, but what are you gonna do? So hopefully, yeah, the new job we'll get a new watch there once we get up and running. But something I think in a black dial. I think I need something in a black dial to kind of round out the colorways. Any thoughts? Any thoughts on the black dial watches? What do you guys think of the ones that I named? What do you think of this Hublot? This is a big square watch. Maybe that's the new trend, big square watches. $26,200 for that watch. Feels like an expensive piece to me for a Hublot. On the new what are they calling that blue? The flamingo blue. We were just talking about that. It's okay. I was saying it feels like the this Hublot would be perfect for you. Yeah, absolutely. Um, it's just like new colors all the time. It's almost like the like I said, the Speedmaster. Like they just here's a new Speedmaster, here's a new color Speedmaster, here's a new size, here's a that's it seems to be the way with the they're doing it a lot with the chronographs right now, but just the Black Bay in general. I'd like to see some do something with some of their other lines maybe. But it's fine, I mean, if I had my druthers, and you said you need one flamingo slash turquoise slash Tiffany ish blue watch, think I would do this one. I think that one makes a lot more sense for me because it's an Aquaterra, it's an Omega, and everyone knows I love the Aquaterra. Oh, you mean the big oh, whoa, 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 that big, oh, hold on. Is that big thing, the with the weird lug attachment? Tudor P01. It's like a big old chunky monkey. I do not like this watch. I'll tell you that right now. Let's see if I can't find a picture of one of these things. Back to the Tudor website. Boom. Oh, I think this watch is brutal. See if they have a full. I don't understand this watch at all. I don't mind the dial or it's the way that attaches. It just looks. Oh, I don't know. I mean, if you said that dial, that bezel, I'm fine with that. The date. I'm not crazy about a 4 o'clock crown, but it is what it is. Pretend it's a Tudor / Seiko. But yeah, the watch itself, I just think it looks weird. There it is on somebody's wrist. The way that attaches, I don't know. There's something I'm not crazy about. Have you ever tried it on? I've never tried it on. No, I don't think I've ever seen it in a case. Um, but every time I see a picture of it, I'm just like, oh, what is happening there? You know, it's a concept for the army. That would make sense. Wear it over a sleeve or something. I don't know. I'm just not sure about it. I just don't, all things being equal. I think I'm going to pass. I think I'm going to pass on that one. Any other black dial watch variants that people would like me to look at? We'll gladly do that. Please, no P01s. What else has been going on here lately? Since last we spoke, I did my hour at church again. Boom. Got to do that. Being the good Catholic apologist that I am. Did another Frenchie. I think I'm done with French omelets and trying to make them. They are delicious, but the Longines record chronograph is a good watch. We'll look that up. The CQ Panorama Date. I like that watch. I know people hate that watch. I don't know why. It gets a lot of dissing, but it's a good looking piece. I agree with Mark. Unfortunately, I have tried it on. It hit every branch when it fell out of the ugly tree. It's that P01 is not a good looking piece. Longines record, I think we looked that up a couple weeks ago, but we'll take another peek at it. So the record line is something that Longines had bought this record company, and they made a little bit of a line of these watches. Boom. Nice looking watch. Nothing wrong with it. Chronometer grade. It is definitely a black dial watch. Let's see if we get some specs here. 40 millimeter case. Transparent case back with sapphire crystal as well. Only 30 meters water resistance. 13.8 thick. A little chunky. But I love these where they do that, the Longines, the winged hourglass cutout on the rotors. I always thought that was good looking. Just says water resistant on the back. That's like a splash watch when it says something like that. Watch on Wood says, I love the ugly ducklings. Don't tell my wife I said that. But yeah, the Longines record chronograph is a fine looking watch. And I don't think it's terribly expensive. $31.25 is a bit much. It's on the higher end of what you would want to spend on a Longines, but it's a good looking piece. I would like it if they did something maybe a little more pronounced with the hands, because it looks like there's a lot of blend in there, but it's a good looking watch. The other one we brought up was the CQ in black. CQ Panorama Date. I've seen the green one the blue one and this. I love this kind of two-tony one. Let's see. Is there just a black? Oh, here we go. Java Shop has one. Can you get to the site? There it is. Boom. The panorama date. These are really, like I said, I tried on the green one at Teddy's when I visited his place. Really nice watch. Fit really well. Aesthetically very pleasing watch. But do I need another dive watch? I guess is the question. So got kind of a all rounder. So do I need a chronograph? Do I need a Flieger? Really don't need another dive watch because I've got that. And that is a fine dive watch. Like I said, I was comparing this to the Sea Dweller yesterday, and aesthetically, I really like this watch. When I look at them compared to each other, no Cyclops, the bright bezel, the loom bezel, the lyre lugs, the exhibition case back. There's a lot to like here on this watch. It just really is. It's and it fits so well. It's so comfy on the wrist. I know it's taller. I think the Sea Dweller is like 14.9 thick, whereas this is like 16.2. So it's a little bit thicker, but it just fits so nice. The bracelet is so nice on this one. The kind of satin finish. The lyre lugs for the brush and polish. The brush mid case. There's something about it that I really, really like. The loomed bezel is super cool. It's just a good watch. Hard to beat. Hard to beat. But yeah, the CQ is a great watch. Really depends what you like, what you're looking for. I saw PG post. I saw an article. Here they are. Sartori Billiard. I saw PG post something about this yesterday. This must be one of brand that he likes. This was on Worn and Wound. Sartori Billiard introduces a pair of new references on the SB04 platform. Kind of interesting looking. Well, that one with the red center. Not crazy about a white strap, but the red center is pretty cool. Tantalum. One of the most challenging metals to work with due to its remarkable density and hardness. Loom's cool. I like cool loom. I can get down with some cool loom. La Joupere G101 automatic. It's coming with D-Lug CTS rubber straps. Huh. Quick release. The Ruby Platinum is 4,800, limited to 150 pieces. The standard tantalum hand engraved is 3,600. Cool. They're not super expensive. I can see some value in that if you like that type of watch. It's kind of an interesting take on a sector dial. I don't know. What do you guys think? Anybody like that kind of thing? Or is it just me? The link is pinned. The pin is linked at the top. If anybody wants to join the conversation. I apologize for having this come up suddenly and unexpectedly, but with the job stuff going on, it's just kind of had to be that way. Where am I? I threw on the giant chunky diving watch since We talk about diving watches. But I think that this watch in general is a masterpiece in so many ways. Still, no one has been able to answer me, nor have I been able to find out why. And I say why the I go back over and look at this thing because I just don't understand this at all. All right. Somebody mentioned the Globemaster the other day as an alternative to the Aquaterra. And I'm like, well, why is it so much more? I know it has the tungsten bezel, but you lose the lyre lugs, you lose the exhibition case back, and then you gotta have to. That's right. I have to go to the strap model because they don't show the case back on this one. But I mean, you're still in an 8900 movement. You do pick up the observatory in the middle of it, which I'm not sure. I could take or leave, but you lose 50 meters of water resistance, and it looks like most of that is because this is a screw in or screw down crown or screwed crown. It's got four or not crown, but case back instead of a screw down or screw in case back. This is screwed in with four screws. It just seems like less of a watch in a lot of ways. Yes, you're picking up that tungsten fluted bezel. I don't know that that's $1,300 worth of shit for me. You know, I like the pipe hand dial, but I mean, overall, if you said, Mark, you can pick one or the other of these two. I mean, first off, I'm going, you know, we go back over to the metal with a bracelet version of this, so we get a better comparison, even without the case back. You get the pipe hand dial on that. I think you have kind of a very generic handset on that watch. Yes, you pick up the bezel. You lose 100. You lose 50 meters of water resistance. I don't know. I don't like the bracelet as much. I mean, I prefer it to the old Aquaterra bracelet, but I don't think I like it as much as the new one. So on the new one, boom. The first off, lyre lugs, twisted lugs, curve in and out at the same time. Second thing is the bracelet. Super nice on this new one. Although I like that pipe hand now, I love these indices and the depth and the height of the indices. I like the handset better on this. I like the fact that I have a screw down crown with 150 meters of water resistance. I love the exhibition case back, even though, Omegas kind of look the same, but I love the little extender on boom. The new little extension thing, and a lot of people complain about it, but I thought it was a welcome addition. Love the new smaller. You're gonna do a butterfly, at least you got the new smaller clasp and the extension and some of the stuff. I just think they did an awful lot of good with that watch, and I don't understand why the Globemaster is $1,300 more for the equivalent kit when it seems like less of a watch. Is tungsten that expensive? I really don't know. I really don't know. Is tungsten that expensive? That bezel adds $1,300 with taking away other things. You know what I mean? Like that's the part I don't get. They have the exact same movement, both stainless steel bracelets. I think the new bracelet I like better. I think the Aquaterra has a little more flash. So when you do want to dress it up, it's got a little sparkle to it, a little something going on there. It's very plain indices, very plain handset. Pipe hand's cool. I could live without that star. I don't like the lugs as much. I don't know. I'm stunned. I can't figure out why it's more. Anybody out there got an explanation for me? I can't tell you. But that is what it is. Anybody want to jump on? Anybody want to talk about anything? We're losing viewers as we go. We're down to 10 people. So we may just go for an hour and 15 minutes and move on. Join me back on Sunday. We'll see what's going on. We're not going to have that much participation. There's a participation grade. We do have 14 upvotes, so thank you for that. For a quick state of what's going on in the world show. Let's see. So yeah, when you look at this watch, it's just got a little bit more going on with the lugs, with the bracelet, with the dial. Then you add in the fact that you're getting 50 meters more water resistance. You're getting a screw down case back. Screw down crown. Exact same movement between this and the Globemaster. I just think this is a nicer package. I don't understand the difference in price. Because honestly, I don't think that tungsten bezel is that good looking either. That's just me. Now we're down to 7 people watching. Jeez, oh Pete. All right. So we'll go an hour and pick it. What are you going to do? Sometimes the world gets you. So the new Tudor's kind of exciting. I don't think I mean, if I had to pick a turquoise blue, I'm picking this Aquaterra, obviously. I think that's just a beauty. Dive watch. When I looked at the Sea Dweller versus the Planet Ocean, became an even bigger Planet Ocean fan. Who would have thought that was possible? It's just a good looking watch. That satin finish. That bracelet's actually really comfortable on this one. It's got 9.6 millimeters of micro adjust on it versus the 2.2, whatever on the Aquaterra and the Speedmaster. It's a little thicker. I love that bezel better than the standard Seamaster. Really don't. I could take or leave the extra 4 extra. This is 600 meters. So extra 400 meters or 300 meters worth of water resistance versus the standard Speedmaster. I'm a sicko. I kind of like that helium escape valve. Whoa. The artifact says, Mark Orris just reissued the Diver 65 with funky numerals. I'm definitely going to get one. Always regretted. I remember we had that conversation before. Let's look that up. That's exciting. I think actually I did see something. Maybe Teddy's Instagram or someone had it. Let's go to the Orris site. There it is. I like this watch too. There it is. Diver 65, 60th anniversary edition. Check it out. That is cool looking. It is. It's really old school looking. It's really, really nice. I agree there, dear Artifact. I remember us a year or so ago, we were talking about like things, and you mentioned this as a regret for not having it in your collection anymore. It's a good looking piece. It definitely did a nice job of that. I'm glad they came back out with it. 40 millimeter. Let's see if we get some more specs on this sucker. I love this. It says waterproof. It's so that's like the oldest of old school. So 40 millimeter, 10 bar water resistance. So 100 meters of water resistance, 20 millimeters at the lugs, 41-hour power reserve. So this is using the Salida movement. Stainless strap, 2-year warranty. And then if you join My Horse, you get, I think, yeah, up to 3 years. So if you buy one of these off like a Joma Shop or a WatchMax, you can't. They will not validate the extra year on the warranty. But if you buy it from an AD or direct from them, they will. $2,500 for this piece. It's just very old school looking. Anti-shock 26 joules waterproof on the case. That's cool. That is very, very, very cool. Super exciting news there. But yeah, that's it's different, you know. It's really old school looking. Those numbers, there's a kind of encased in the thing numbers. It's just badass looking. So this one should be coming back to the collection. Very cool. When you compare this the RFX is right up my alley, Mark. How can you not love that dial? So different from anything else. Yeah, it's really cool. I'm glad they came back with that. So when you compare this to the rest of the collection, like they do some nice Diver 65s, but I think they're 39s. Oh, they do some 40s as well. So let's just pull this. Since we're talking about flamingo blue, we'll pull up the one with the flamingo blue accents. You know, I love the old school writing on the new one better. Where it says anti-shock and stuff. I mean, it looks like the same watch, but without that dial. The dial makes that watch. Cool handset, kind of a skin divery look. I could even see putting this on like a rubber tropic strap, black rubber tropic strap. Hi, Brian. How are you? How are things on the monorail? Good to see you. Mark. Woot woot. What do you think of the 60th anniversary edition Oris Diver? I love this watch. Super cool looking. How thick is this thing? Can we look at that? I don't even know. Does it say? 11 and a half. So not very thick. They don't give you the lug to lug on these, but I don't think these are the super long lugs or anything on these watch. I'm a big fan of the Aquas, but this is if I was going to get a Diver 65, it would have to be this dial. It's just so cool and so retro. I love it. I absolutely love it. Huh. See, that was I didn't go down far enough in the All Watch News. An awful lot of non-watch news. I don't really see much. I don't see any kind of article on that actually. Interesting. That one kind of got ignored a little bit. Snake Eyes, Oris recognizes Chinese New Year with a tempting Pro Pilot X limited edition. Let's see what this sucker is. So Pro Pilot X is what the Kermit and the Miss Piggy watch are based on, those platforms. This looks like an open case. Skeleton 44 millimeter. Ooh, these are usually 39, so that's a big one. I love the case and bracelet on these watches. I've never tried one on though, so I don't know if I would like the way it feels. I just love the look of these. Always have. $9,100. Damn. That's expensive. 10-day power reserve. 100 meters of water resistance. What the hell of a coil spring in there? Is that a manual wind? Huh. Very cool. Very, very cool. It's cool looking. It's not $9,100 worth of cool looking, but it's cool looking. It's big, 44 millimeters, big watch. I don't know. You guys tell me. I'll let you be the judge. Yeah, I don't see anything on that watch. Speaking of Tiffany blue and flamingo blue and all that jazz, I'm not crazy about this. This is the new Petronas F1 Mark 20. I prefer Brian's watch to Chrono. Part of it is it's not. Part of what makes the Mark 20 is the polish. This doesn't have any of that. It's a titanium, just flat, kind of a matte finish on the case and on the dial. Closed case back. At least it doesn't say like F1 Petronas or anything on the front, just on the back. I don't know. I prefer Brian's watch to this one. It's not terrible, but if I was going to get a Mark 20, it'd either be a black or a white dial, I think. Yes, I did, Brian. $9,100 for that freaking Chinese New Year's Oris. Hell no. Hell to the no. I agree. Who would want to? Ooh, that's just super expensive for that. Yeah, not crazy about that price. I'm not crazy about this Mark 20 in the Petronas colors. I prefer some of the other models. Really, the Mark 18 Heritage is the one. I believe JJ just picked one of those up, and that's a cool watch. The Artifact, is that another one that you moved on from? If you're still listening, I can't remember. I'm gonna look one up though. Boom. Here's a used one on Chrono 24. That's a cool watch. Good looking piece right there. That is the Mark 18 Heritage in titanium. Speaking of titanium, how's your hip?
Well, I'm sorry. My hip is platinum.
Oh, platinum hip. Nice. Oh,
Yeah.
he had the Spitfire. Okay. The Artifact had the Spitfire. A little too big with the lugs.
I'll keep you company for about a half hour.
All right, Brian.
Yeah.
What's happening?
We're we're getting new air conditioners put in here the week after next.
Ooh.
Yeah.
His dad has the Heritage on the screen now. Nice. my! Was that scheduled or sudden and shocking?
It was on the list of things to do,
Okay.
and then got accelerated when we had a small water feature in a kitchen light that's below the air conditioners in the
Oh,
attic.
yeah. Yep, that'll do it.
Yeah. So, yep. Well, unscheduled foray, but semi-planned.
Yeah.
And if you're looking for air conditioners, you buy them now here in Florida.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Because everybody's running discounts now because nobody's thinking about their air conditioners.
That's beat up.
Whoa, what the hell happened there?
No, seriously. That's a titanium watch, too. I think it's grade 2. I think it's grade 5, but still.
Is that possibly just like gum from where they maybe had it laying up again? Maybe they had a sticker on it or something?
I don't know. You would think you would take it off the picture. If that was the key. Yeah, because it looks like there's a big nick up here, too.
Wow.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that's easy to refinish either.
No, that would be, yeah. Ooh.
Dear Artifact has a question for you, Brian. He says, Belgian or Swiss chocolate?
I unfortunately, due to lactose intolerance, I'm not a chocolate expert.
Ah.
And I really have to limit the chocolate.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So what do you think of the new flamingo blue version of your chronograph?
Oh, I'll buy one.
There you go. I think well, you live in Florida. I think it's required.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I was actually thinking, you know what? Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
That's why you don't like whole milk.
Well, that and he's stupid, but other than that, I love him.
I love whole milk.
No, I was actually thinking I ought to, I'll wait. Yeah, I'll get one at retail, the flamingo blue, and then I'll just keep it in a box. And then when I have a grandson,
grandson piece.
I can dedicate that watch to the grandson.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. I didn't see, is that a limited edition run or is that just going to be a standard run? I didn't see anything that said either way.
Yeah. No, I think it's just some new limited distribution colorway.
Gotcha.
I haven't looked, but the pink I think is still in the catalog.
The pink seems to be, whereas when it first came out, it seemed like it was a limited edition. It seems like maybe that's not the case. I saw one yesterday.
Was it in the case at the Tudor AD?
Yes.
Available for sale?
Yep.
Oh, you should have bought it because I think they've been selling for 8 or 9 on eBay.
Wow. I'm not in buying mode right now.
I know.
I'm in job acquisition mode.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me pull up my eBay searches and see if the Tudor pink is. See what the most recent sales.
Yeah.
Have been. Tudor pink Black Bay. Lowest price listed on eBay is 9,100. 9,000. Yeah. All right. Sold items. Let's see. Drum roll.
Well, it's not in the catalog. Wait. I don't see it.
$7,250 was the last sale.
Okay. They've come down, but yeah, I don't see it in the catalog.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that one was for sale. It was in the case.
An unworn one sold for $10,900.
That's like a $5,800 watch new.
Yeah, so
The blue one's $5,875. They don't have the new blue one in there either. So the flamingo.
yeah, so if you get to 6,500, yeah, 6,500 with tax and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have to sell it on eBay for 7,500 to make it worthwhile.
Yeah.
So it's right on the edge of still flippable.
Yeah.
There it is.
There it is. Inter Miami. $5,875. Can you buy it on her or no? Doesn't look like it. Weird, wild, wacky stuff.
Hey, that's me.
That's true. There you go. How's things on the monorail?
Good.
Are you Are they teaching you to drive or
Not yet.
not yet? Okay. I know you said that might be coming.
It's coming. It's been scheduled.
There you go.
So, last night I got ran over by a group of high school Brazilian, a tour group full of Brazilian high schoolers.
Okay.
So after I did that, I moved to a lamp post where if they were going to run me over, they were going to hit the lamp post first.
Post. All right. Fair enough. What watch were you wearing? And did you scratch it?
I did not scratch it. I was actually wearing the Jacques Dro.
Ah.
Yeah, it was fairly dry last night and it was going to be cold. So I was like, all right, good time to wear that.
There you go.
Yeah. You know, it's a Swatch Group shitter too.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. And I really like it. It's really
comfy.
Yeah. It's really bad. It's kind of the same way I feel about whole milk. I really like it, but hate it.
Love and hate it at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
It can happen.
Yeah, I guess if I went to Switzerland, I'd be in trouble because of all the dairy and then all the chocolate. Oh, that'd be bad for me.
Yeah. Maybe they can make it with lactate. Special batch just for Brian.
Doesn't taste right. I've tried that stuff.
Yeah.
No, that's kind of like going to a Harley bar, but you pull up on a moped.
Oh,
just don't do it. Just switch. Yeah. Go to a different bar.
Oh man. So
what the hell is the deal with that $9,100 Oris?
Oh geez. That's crazy. It's a Chinese New Year's watch.
Great.
44 millimeter in the ProPilot X, which I like that ProPilot X case and bracelet.
Yeah.
Kind of cool looking. But geez. $9,100. I got to the bottom of this article and I was like, yeah.
You know what watch companies do for the Jewish New Year?
Yeah.
They give us an extra discount.
Yeah. Charge you less. Oh man. I mean, it does say Year of the Snake on the back. The movement's cool looking. But geez, $9,100.
Yeah.
That's a ton. That is a ton. What is? Let me go back over to Oris. Go to the Pro Pilot X one. I'm just curious what a normal one is. Like the Miss Piggy, it's 34 millimeter. It's 3200. But just a normal Pro Pilot X. So these are going to be 39 millimeters instead of 40. But even this laser edition is, so it looks like they're around $4,600 normally, 4,900 for the Kermit, and even this special laser edition, whatever the hell that means, is 55.
Oh,
But that's like double the price of a regular one. I always like the case. I thought it's a little bit small. 39 I'm not crazy about, but I always thought they were good looking. But crap.
so I tried on the Kermit a couple of times,
Mm-hmm.
and the only potential issue that I had with it was I thought the height of the clasp was going to be a problem for me catching it.
With that seatbelt.
Yeah. It's got a very yeah, it's just got a high level.
Yeah. I can't see. I mean, I have we've talked before, and I know ad nauseum where I say that these caliber 400s kind of price Oris out a little bit. But in general, I look at Oris as like a $2,000 to $3,000 proposition for what I'm looking for. When you get in, like some pulling up these Aquas. So you're $4,500 for the in-house caliber, $2,700 for the Solita. I mean, the in-house just doesn't make sense to me at that price difference.
No, and then the in-house, you have to send it back to them for service.
Right. And didn't they have some issue when they first came out with that? I remember reading in some of the forums and stuff, there was some sort of weird thing. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. To me, that's just not a winning proposition.
Yeah.
I know. Let me see if they still have it. But 1916 had one in their pre-owned that was something that I liked. Let's see if we can't find it here.
I had one of those. I actually had two of them back pre-pandemic. I had two of the Oris Diver 65s.
Oh yeah. It's a fine watch. Here it is, right here. This is like the Sun Wukong. That's what it is. Which I always loved this dial, Brian. And this picture doesn't really do it justice. But this one's a little better. I always thought that was a beautiful dial in that watch. Just really cool looking, different. I love the blue, the shade of blue. I love that his little kind of highlight line shooting out through there. The red and yellow on the second hand. I just thought that was a good looking package.
And you'd like it too because it's got ridiculous extra screws on the crown guards that look like extra pushers.
It makes me feel like I can push those and make something happen.
Yeah.
I like that stuff.
Yeah, it's just a ridiculous extra part.
Yeah. Who doesn't love ridiculous extra parts?
You know what? I was looking at I was following a watch that Watchfinder had.
Okay.
And it's one of the Patrick Phillips that I showed you that I was interested in.
Oh yeah.
They had it on sale
for
something in January, like a week or two back. And I thought, you know what? All right, next week I'll submit some trades to them and see what they say. And the sale had ended, so the price went back up. And then I said, well, that's dumb. All right, maybe I'll submit some. I got busy and didn't submit anything to him.
Right.
And then I looked at the watch again yesterday.
Uh-huh.
The price had gone up again.
Oh.
That's what I said.
That's the wrong way.
Yeah, it went from 47.5 and then on sale to 42.5 and then back up to 47.5 and now it's at 50.
Ooh.
I said, excuse me. What, you don't think it was somebody at Watchfinder sitting there thinking, oh, it didn't sell because it's too cheap. We need to raise the price on it.
We need to raise the price. People don't believe that it's this cheap.
Yeah. So I was sitting there thinking, you know what? When I get a few minutes, I should call them and say, "Hey, what the fetch?
Yeah, what's going on here? What are you guys doing?"
Look, I got some watches here. You want to buy? You buy these. You buy these 3, and I'll give you $5K more, and then you give me that watch."
There you go. Sounds like a deal. Hey, look what they got in stock. Jacques Cousteau.
Oh, good Lord.
Look at that thing, Brian. In all its glory. And it's got Jacques Cousteau's face on the back. How do you beat that?
If you wear it real tight when you take the watch off at the end of the day, you got his face staring in your skin.
I could wear it real tight, get the face on there, and have it tattooed on my wrist permanently.
Right on, brother.
Let's see what they got in.
How to call this? We had to call this the Luchabetic Mark Special Needs Watch Show.
Special needs. I love it.
They had 1916 had OC's favorite Hugh Blow. They put up on eBay.
Oh,
recently.
Which Hublot is that?
The white ceramic Big Bang Unico.
Ooh, that's your favorite, isn't it? Oh, you like
No, he likes the this is just the non-jeweled version. I don't understand why is it that the 1916 company gets stuff up on eBay faster than their own website?
I'm not sure, but I know that they have a guy that is just dedicated that all he does is eBay sales.
Yeah.
And Billy, I think his name is. I believe that's probably part of it. If there's one dude that does it, and if you're ever curious, I'll tell you a little secret.
Yeah.
You want to know a secret, Brian?
Yeah.
So if you're ever looking at something on 1916, you really don't know where it is. Most of the watches are in Philadelphia, but not all the time. If you go onto eBay, if it's out of the country, it'll tell you.
Yeah.
On the eBay side. Bless you.
Thank you.
But yeah, you can find that stuff out as well by going to the eBays.
Let's see if I can give you find out. Let's see. Sort by newly listed. They might have sold it. They had it priced what I thought was fairly right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it.
Dun, dun, dun.
I think it got bye-byed. Off to a new happy home.
Gone already.
Yeah, it's not. It's not showing up.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What's that, Brad?
Oh, they had one of those Jaeger LeCoultre Duomet chronographs with all the little fancy things, and
All the extra stuff.
yeah, I still wouldn't know how to tell time on it.
Yeah. Interesting.
My allergies are in full enragement here.
In their glory.
Mark, I don't want to tell you this, but the 1916 company has the IWC Aqua Timer chronograph, 44 millimeter blue dial, day date. It's
that
got
new one, the movie one.
Oh, it's got 3 registers, 2 windows in it, 2 pushers, 3 crowns. Oh my God.
Brian, look at this thing. It's got everything.
Oh, and that's the all blacked out version.
Yeah.
Oh,
This was like a movie release. Aquaman or something. They released like 3 of these. They were like, I think they were like 60 grand new. This was 39,750. Look at that, Brian.
oh, that's got an annual calendar.
Yeah. Self-winding automatic 49 millimeter Certanium case surrounding a black dial, black rubber strap, Certanium tang, hours, minutes, seconds, date, chronograph, flyback chronograph, month, perpetual calendar, and year.
It does everything but trim your short hairs.
It's true. Take that, Apple Watch.
I don't know how I've lived this long without all those things.
Without all that stuff.
And so the one I'm trying to point you to is $5,300. The one you're looking at is different.
So I'm looking at the wrong one, you're saying. Oh, you're talking about this one.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. And did you ever notice that the prices online on eBay are cheaper than the website?
Well, how much they want for it over there?
$57.50.
Uh,
I know. And actually, sometimes on eBay, if there's an eBay special, you can get a better deal. Like if there's an eBay coupon, you get a better deal even because they'll negotiate down to the other price and even further on watches. But sometimes there's an eBay coupon that something between them and eBay, and you can't do the price the other way.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder if it's cheaper on eBay because they don't have to pay a salesperson commission.
See, I don't know how they pay that guy though, because they have that guy that handles that. Like any inquiry you make, it's always the same guy. It's always I don't know.
I'm perplexed.
I am too. Now the thing I have against buying on eBay with them is you don't get the watch as fast because they don't ship it direct to you. They ship it to the authenticator first.
Yep.
And there's no way around that. That's part of their deal with them.
That reminds me, I did. Oops. I got to see if that watch should be out for delivery today. I sold a shitter.
You sold a shitter?
Yeah. Orders paid and shipped. Let's see. Oh, it got delivered yesterday. Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
there you go.
Good. I haven't gotten a message from the guy going, ugh.
I hate it.
Yeah.
They have in the pilot watch line. I want I don't know. I want a black dial watch, Brian.
Didn't you just get rid of a blackish dial watch?
Yeah, but once we get the new job and we get set up, and want something in a black dial. I don't know if I want to just buy that one back or buy something different. I don't know what to do.
I can tell you, don't buy a Swatch Group product.
I always buy a Swatch.
Well, that's not going to work.
Can't help myself.
Go get the, you know what? You want a black dial product, a black dial watch? Go get the black Snoopy moon swatch.
I can't stand this.
Oh, it's really cool.
Is it?
Yeah.
Just not a big moon swatch guy.
Maybe that's what I'll wear to work today.
Yeah, I'm not a big moon swatch guy.
Yeah,
they do have a lot of pushers. I mean, I appreciate extra stuff, but
yeah, you do like extra pushers.
Pushers, real good.
Yeah. I mean, you were probably watching Return of the Jedi and going, "Oh, look at that lady with all she instead of 2 pushers, she's got 6." Damn.
There you go. See, extra pushers.
Right. Let's see. Black Snoopy moon swatch will be the watch of the day. Have to get it. Make sure it's hacked. I'm trying to wind it. It's not winding. It's a quartz shitter. What do you?
The old quartz shitter.
Today is the 17th. Today is Friday.
Friday the 17th. Oh my God. I've never been able to wrap my mind around the new Air King. Just don't like it.
It doesn't do it for you, huh?
I get a Vanta Black Mosier for 17 grand.
Yeah, you can get a watch that you can't see.
Yes.
Oh, hey, the chat's alive again.
Is it? Yeah. Is it moving? Chris Clues. Good to see you, Chris. Thank you. Glad you're enjoying it. An impromptu stream since I was going to do the one yesterday, but job stuff. I know, I feel good about it, Brian. Hopefully that they decide to make the position, create the position, and offer it to me.
Oh, wait, fill me in. What'd I miss?
Oh, well, so I got a text. So it was it was first I got a text asking about a dealer trade from someone who doesn't do dealer trades, who's the general manager of a dealership, son of the owner, kind of a thing. Which I thought was kind of odd that he was asking about a dealer trade because he wouldn't do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would not something that he would do. And the people under him would just text me. And basically, and the dealer, he's like, "Are you not there anymore? I can't get a hold of anybody on this dealer trade." And I'm like, weird. Okay. So then a few hours, I was like, a little text back and forth. And a few hours later, he's like, "Hey, you available tomorrow?" So at some point, I got to check my schedule. Blah blah blah. I got a bunch of stuff going on. Grab a cup of coffee. So we had a couple cups of coffee. We had some conversation about going. They miss me. They need to expand their team a little bit. They were thinking about doing it in the spring or summer. But since I'm available, would I be interested if they decide to do it earlier?
So this is back at a place that you were once before?
Mm-hmm. Place that I liked.
Yeah.
People that I liked. So those things are good. But there isn't really a job, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but if they like the person, you grab the person that you like, and then you figure out how to put them into the system.
Right. so essentially what they want to do is there's a guy that they want to kind of move up and over a little bit to do they own 2 stores. They wanted him to expand his role over the 2 stores and have somebody that can do that, can work with another manager taking over the 1 store, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
2 was doing the 1 store. So it felt good. It was nice to talk to. I haven't talked to the guy in a long time. It was an easy conversation, and we never really had ill feelings bad. It was just one of those things. Sometimes you move on. You probably shouldn't have, that type of thing. So, but it was. I was tickled to be even thought of. You know what I mean? Like I was just like, oh wow, it was like, yeah, it's kind of an interesting. Hey, I don't really have a job, but if I was to create one, would you be interested? Is basically what it was.
They don't have a position, and you don't have a position, so it's perfect.
Right. So I thought that was kind of cool, and I thought that was, and I would be very excited about that. Probably won't a week or so because he's going out to the NADA conference, and then there's 20 group meetings. But it felt good. It seemed like something I'd be really interested in if it was to become available. And I was just kind of, like I said, I was kind of excited to be thought of.
Yeah.
And like I said, it was kind of funny the way he reached out. I'm like, it's like, well, I kept thinking, I think he's fishing to see if maybe I want to come back, if I would be interested in talking to him about coming back. So,
yeah. As your agent, I will have to negotiate for you that you do not shovel snow.
Okay. I've been shoveling snow every day. It's been snowing every day. Didn't snow today, but on the bright side, I don't think we're getting any more snow. Just sub-freezing temperatures on the way, like really cold.
Yeah.
I think a lot of this has changed. Chris Clue says, Brian, I've seen your beautiful collection on video with Mathis. Has anything changed? I think a lot of this has changed since time. We need a whole new video.
Boy, I can't even remember what was it. Let's see. The FP Jorn's gone. That exact AP is gone. I can't remember if that was Mathis was here before I picked up the black and yellow GMT Master 2 that I bought and got gone. What else was in that deal that went out? Oh God, that was so long ago.
I know. Feels like forever.
Yeah.
But I think there's been a pretty good turnout because there was a bit of a culling first, and then you added a couple pieces. So
yeah. Yeah, and that's been kind of stagnant here for a little bit, except for adding that Jacques Dro in November. I did switch out the AP for a different one.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell anybody, but I had to send that AP back to have it serviced.
Really?
Yeah. The chronograph wouldn't reset to 0 anymore.
Oh, geez. Everybody's looking for a deal on a 300M white dial rubber strap. This isn't a bad deal for a 2004 24 card. It's a beautiful watch. I have owned it.
Very legible.
Yes, very legible.
I don't like those hands.
No?
I like the broadsword hands.
Yeah. That is a common thing.
Yeah, those are, you either love those hands or you don't.
Yeah. See if my friend's got anything new.
Oh, let's see that the Chopek was in that group and it got gone. The overseas
Oh yeah.
silver dial dual time was in that group and it got gone. I'm having flashbacks. Yeah, right now I'm sitting with 6 real time pieces and some quartz ones and some fun ones.
Nice. Our good friend over at Joyce's Jewelers. I have a ton in stock right now, used wise.
I'm afraid they would have hired you, but they'd lose their best customer.
Well, actually, there's some other guy I think is actually their best customer.
Oh,
But I might be. I'm in the top 10 probably.
yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look like much new has come in. I'm a big fan of this. If I ever just wanted to trade in all the Omegas and have just one, this is a good looking piece.
That is good looking. I really hate when they do that with the arrow on the minute hand and not on the hour hand.
I know, but still.
I wish if they did the arrow on the hour hand and left the minute hand long and skinny, I'd be okay with that.
All right. So you're saying reverse.
Yeah.
That would be if I had one, and I'm a big Aquaterra fan. If I had one gripe with the Aquaterra, now that they've got a new bracelet and a little bit of a comfort setting, I would say that would probably be it. Now, I'm not sure that this gold one, I'm going to have to go over to the Kessler says, I can't stand that the Aquaterra has no quick set date. Deal breaker for me. See, I like the quick set hour hand over the quick set date. So I'm the exact opposite, Kessler. I actually like the jump hour. I like the fact you can jump the date forward and back. And I just think for if you're going out to Vegas, California, Chicago, or whatever from Pittsburgh, it's just real quick. You don't have, you're not hacking the seconds or anything. You're just changing the hour.
You can't listen to anything Kelsowitz says because he got all excited over a freak.
I like his freak.
I do too. But you still can't listen to him.
Yeah, that's one of that's actually a selling point for me on the Caliber 8900. Is why I'm glad I have it in both the watches. Both of the Omegas right now is that I like that quick set hour hand.
Kelso's kind of like the East German judge in gymnastics. Whatever he votes for, you just throw it out.
His vote doesn't count.
I have to explain to him. Kelsowitz, at one point, Germany was separated. There was West Germany and East Germany.
Let's see. Oh, they make a rose gold version of that as well.
You know what was funny, Mark? You'll appreciate this.
All right.
I'm talking to one of the young kids at work.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out she's 26. We were doing it was some trivial stuff.
Yeah.
And we cannot take out our smartphones at work. If you take your phone out while you have to be on a break backstage. But if you take it out while you're at work, it's instant termination right there.
Wow.
So we were talking about how we couldn't Google it, and I said, "Yeah," and I can't even pick up the phone and call 411.
They had no idea what you were talking.
And she said, "What's 411?"
Wow.
Yeah.
So I can tell you that this does not have a quick set date, but it does have the comfort setting on the bracelet. So it does have that.
And it's got that fantastic coaxial movement.
Yes. Beautiful, fantastic coaxial movement, quick set date, the new bracelet, two-tone. That's a beauty. Absolute beauty. I believe, yeah, they have one in stock at my buddy's place. I could one and done a watch like that. It would be a potential one and done. That's just I saw it. The guy was wearing it at Teddy's. I had he was in a wheelchair. I don't know what, but he had that watch on. It was beautiful in person.
When I worked at Dunhill in Beverly Hills, we had one customer that was a regular in a wheelchair.
Okay.
His name was Larry Flint.
Oh, Larry Flint.
Yeah.
He got shot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I could one and done that watch. That's beauty. I say that, and then I'd be like, well, now I need to have another one.
Well, you get that, and you get a Seiko 5 or a G-Shock.
Yeah, I got it. Well, I've got those.
Yeah. Yep. All right, I got to love and leave you because I got to get going. Unlike you, I have a job.
Well, what are you gonna do?
However, I think your unemployment probably pays better than my job does.
And hopefully, I'm gonna have one of those here soon as well. So, say your prayers.
Yeah.
Say your prayers.
I always feel as somebody who's not very religious that if I say a prayer for you, it might just be an insult, and they'll just say, screw you. Yeah.
Chris Clues, the one person in the chat that says, thank you, Brian, for being here.
Well, thank you, Chris. I came on, Whole Milk insulted me, and then the chat went quiet for a while.
I don't know if he insulted you. He just said that you don't like his name because it's whole milk and you're lactose intolerant.
Yeah. Well, that's an insult. I take it that way.
All right. Well, it is what it is.
I'm offended.
Offense.
As part of the anti-lactose people, I'm offended.
There it is.
But I'm easily offended, so. Oh wait, I got to check one more place before I see the new arrivals at
this is now
European Watch.
I was just going to go over that. It's funny you said.
They have an Omega Speedmaster Racing Coaxial Master chronometer from 2024 with the orange hands, black dial. Don't look. It'll be bad.
New arrivals. Verso, 50 fathoms. Oh, there it is. Black dial, orange.
Don't look at it.
All right. 63.50 doesn't seem like a bad price. I think it's like $9,000 now.
Don't look at it.
Why?
You go down a little further, you'll see OC's version of the Big Bang white ceramic.
There you go. Boom. Like new. 2023.
Yeah. European Watch hasn't had much movement on their watches lately.
I think a lot of people.
You know what? I've gotten a phone call from Avi and Co.
Oh.
I've never done anything with them except submitted some stuff to see what they wanted price wise. So they're really working deep into their Rolodex.
This watch really 46.5 for this Creator. Yeah. What's it made out of? Platinum. Okay. But still, 46.5 seems like a lot for that watch.
And the hands are made out of whale penis bone or something. Yeah.
Oh, nice. All right. Well, then sign me up. I'll pay 50.
Well, they've got a 1957 trilogy set, all 3 watches in the box for 24,000.
There you go.
Okay, read the super chat from Mohammed Ali, and then I'll leave.
All right. Get back over here. It's always good to have Brian and Mark streaming. Well, thank you for the super chat and thank you for the kind words there, Muhammad Ali.
Yay. All right, now I'm leaving. Everybody have fun. See you later.
Treble says that Creedor will be there in 10 years. It's a good possibility. It's expensive for that. That just doesn't seem like a $46,000 watch to me. Oh, there's your trilogy set. Yeah. The only thing I will say about that is that on the Seamaster 300, at least doesn't have that lollipop seconds, which I hate. Not a big fan of that, but overall, you like it, you like it. I don't know. Anybody else out there looking at anything? Anything going on in the world? If not, we've got about another 10 minutes. Or I could play a really long video. Uh-oh.
Hey,
What's going on?
Good morning, Mark.
How are you?
Oh, good. I think I just missed Brian. I can still smell the smoke.
You still smell the pipe smoke.
Oh God. So how you been? What's new in the watch business in the watch streaming world these days?
Well, we had a delay. We were going to do a show yesterday, but yesterday and then this morning I had some stuff come up to do job related wise. So,
Well, that's good news. I was
yeah.
listening to briefly. I heard there's a potential job there.
Yeah, so we'll know in a week or so. I mean, this is a one of those scenarios where, like I said, it's the best type of scenario when someone reaches out to you. Always, I think, because that means that they think enough of you to reach out to you, and the fact that they did that they're in don't really have an opening, but they were thinking of doing something, late spring, early summer. But since I was available, you know what I mean. So I think those are all positive signs. So I'm
And
kind of
this is in your same industry, if you don't mind me asking. Oh, okay, good. Good for you.
Yeah. So this would be a place that I worked before, and it would be a good. It would be a good thing, I think. Overall.
Right.
So,
and it's a local job. No, not much traveling.
Not much traveling. Further away than my other job, but faster to get to. There's a more direct route to there than the last job, so probably cut 5 minutes off the commute, even though it's probably 3 miles longer drive.
Right.
And like I said, people that I like, a place that I liked, and I just I've got good feelings about it. So,
well, good. Sending you some positive thoughts.
I appreciate those. I always tell everyone positive thoughts, good vibes, prayers, whatever you got, send them my way.
Exactly. And subscriptions too.
And subscriptions. Subscribe to the channel.
So what are we looking at over here? What kind of
we just looked at a lot of junk. Macallan Drinkers is buy that Omega 1957 trilogy.
Oh.
I don't need that. I need that like I need a hole in the head. It is. Yeah. I mean, it's got, if you are in, and I'm an Omega fan. I mean, it is kind of cool in its own kind of unique way, but it's not the watches that I really, look at. It's got that case with all the extra straps and tools and pouches, and I mean, it's interesting, but it's not necessarily my thing.
Yeah, I guess you have to be interested in doing all that to buy this thing. I don't know. I never got into Omega, to be honest with you. I had two Omegas. I had the Tokyo edition with the Panda subdial 2020
Okay.
Olympic. And then what else did I have? I had the 2020. I had the Ultraman
Oh,
uh,
okay.
Speedmaster. So, and then I had three. I had the Sedna racing dial with the Sedna Gold with the
Oh,
blue
yeah.
dial.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
After I learned my mistakes, I never went back to
You
Omega
never
again.
went back.
No.
White gold Yachtmaster for $29.9.
Oh, I remember those. I had one of these when it first came out and didn't like it as much as I thought I would like it. But
Okay.
fortunately, at those times, the prices in the gray were much, much higher. Now I think that was MSRP when I bought it.
Okay.
Yeah. But nice watch, but
Yeah.
yes, but no.
So Bulgaris, I never could wrap my mind around those. Never
Yeah.
understood it. These resonance watches are kind of cool in their own weird way, but you have to really like that.
And I love independence, but I just never got into resins.
Yeah. Here you go. Here's a
Yeah,
watch.
that
It's a freak.
yeah. Isn't
That's a
that
card.
is that Kelso's watch? He must have given up and taken a hit.
Oh, he had the Magna. He had the one with the red in the carbon.
Kelso.
Uh,
Oh man.
I mean, they're different. I don't hate on them.
Yeah, well, I mean, they are nice watches. I do appreciate that. And like I said, UN, once the Russian market got killed, that was pretty
Yeah.
much the death blow of Ulysse Nardin.
Chronomaster Sport.
Hey, Mark, can you go up a little bit? There was that Patek Philippe Calatrava with the Tiffany and Co. If you go up a little bit,
Oh, this one. Can't make it bigger. There you go.
that one right there.
Yep.
Dang, that's a
Tiffany.
pretty good deal for
Yeah.
16.9 for a nice Calatrava, I think.
Henry.
That's
Class of 2005. Yale.
mm,
Can you get a new back for that if you wanted?
yeah.
Or are you stuck with Henry?
I think you might be stuck with Henry, but that's probably the reason.
Yeah. Too bad your name is, if your name's Henry.
Yeah, yeah. Oh well.
Yeah.
On to the
16.
next watch.
Well, seemed like a good idea at the time.
Right.
What size? That's a 38. I like these watches. Not so much this colorway.
Which one?
These Parmigiani Tanas.
Oh yeah, yeah. Pretty
It's
good
good.
value for the money, I think. Really
Yeah.
good value and good
I,
looking watches.
I
Good
just think they
looking watches.
really, yeah, there's something about them that every time I see one, I'm like, good looking watch,
Yeah.
16
Is this
250.
is this stainless steel?
I believe it is. Yeah, stainless steel, 40 millimeter. It's only
Mm,
7.8 thick. It's really
mm,
thin.
yeah.
What's the,
Not
is it, yeah,
not too bad
exhibition?
actually.
No,
Not too bad.
micro rotor. It's actually a really cool watch.
Hmm.
Yeah, I like those Tondas. I always thought they were good looking watches.
Yeah.
Shit,
Actually a
oh,
wearable watch.
yeah,
I like that Breitling. Can you go back up to that? I kind of like that Breitling that they had just below the Parmigiani.
this black one or the green one.
The green one. Did you see that? Is it
Yeah,
the
that's a
Chronomat?
cool.
I think.
That's
Yeah,
the Chronomat's a good looking
yeah.
watch.
That is a beaut. I like that watch.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
really like that watch.
5450 is actually a really good price for that. What year is
I
it?
think so. That's what I. Yeah, I was going just about to ask you. What year is this thing?
It doesn't have the year in here.
And it's a 42 millimeter.
Yeah. Yeah, the three-handers and the GMTs are 40s, and the chronographs are 42s. So it doesn't have a year. Does not have. Yep, no year in there. It has box and paper.
Nice looking watch for the money. I don't know what don't they retail for about what, 7 or 8?
Now I think the chronographs are 9 or 10.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the chronographs are more. Let me go look one of those up, because those are. I think the GMTs are like $6,000. Chronomat, there it is. Because the chronomat's what they're doing in those NFL ones as well. So the NFL one is 88. Oh, maybe you're right. 8,800.
Yeah. And I bet European probably paid about 3 for it.
Yeah. 8550, 9,500. What's the difference? Trying to find that green one. Did that have? That was all steel. All right. Oh, jeez. All right. So 6150 for the GMT. What's different on this one? And it's 12.4. Is it titanium or something? Titanium. Okay.
Looks
like
pretty nice.
Yeah. Big jump for titanium. 9,200 for the NFL versions. You can get a Niners one.
Blah.
Yeah, 85.
I had
that weird strap.
I had like a semi purge of some of my 49er paraphernalia from
Again?
Yeah, well, I had some old stuff like socks
Okay.
and pajamas and pajama tops and stuff like that. I'm like, it's time to get rid of these. It's bad juju.
Get rid of the juju.
Bad juju.
I always thought these things were really nice looking. These GMT models that they did in the Chronomat.
I haven't looked at Breitling in years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't look too bad actually.
It's a nice looking watch.
Yeah, for 6,000, you could do a lot worse.
Yeah.
You could buy an IWC.
See? You're getting a chronometer grade movement and a GMT hand.
Yep. Pretty sure Joma Shop will have these for 4,000.
Yeah. Yeah, 42-hour power reserve. 47 lug to lug. Yeah, just a nice watch. This white one was
not too bad.
Yeah. I don't need a white watch, but this one, the white one, I was always the one when I've seen them in person, it's pretty good looking.
I think I was at the gym this morning with working out, and I could have swore the guy to equipment to the left of me was wearing a Breitling. And I was like, why would you wear that to the gym? You know, I don't get it, but to each their own.
Oh, Eli, Breitling is greater than Omega. Oh, now you're hurting my feelings. Now you're just saying things to be mean.
But overall, like I said, the watches these days, you know, there's nothing really like exciting that's coming out. The 222 stainless steel, okay, I get it, you know, but it's the most predictable debut that you could predict, right? I mean,
Right.
everybody knew they were going to have it, right? So
Everyone knew that was coming.
yeah,
Um, yeah, but everything else, I mean, everything seems a little stagnant right now, even on the Prius.
that work looks nice.
It's because that's a nice looking watch. Where'd it go? There it is. This might be that one we looked at a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, the rose gold.
Yeah,
That work? That looks pretty nice.
pretty good looking.
2015 Zeitwerk. And I can attest that the clock at the Dresden Opera House looks just like this.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you did say that. It's a good looking piece. This is a good looking Patek. Boston had this, didn't he? Or has it? Or
yeah, I think so. I think that price is a little elevated, but
yeah,
so be it.
It's just a classic looking watch. So,
yeah. Is there a datograph that's for sale too underneath this?
Mm-hmm.
I thought I saw a datograph.
There it is.
No,
799.
Yeah, this platinum datograph 799. 2022. Ooh.
Yeah.
That's $100,000 or $105,000 watch.
Yeah, I would say it's like 100. I thought like 103.5, something like that.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm pretty sure they probably paid about 65 for it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But I was looking at this watch at my office. I had it on my screen and I was just staring at it and it was like calling me. It's like buy. 2022, you can't beat the price.
Yeah. It's a beauty.
It really is.
What do you think you buy that for from them?
Oh, I would probably make an offer in the 72 range.
Okay.
I think that would be pretty fair. I mean, it looks like this has never been even worn by the look of the strap,
Yeah, it looks. It's a beautiful watch.
Now I've dealt with European watch company before, and they're pretty. You got to be patient with them and haggle with them, and whenever they put up a watch, you don't want to be the first one to call because then they won't negotiate. You want to be a little patient.
Wow. Review your power. What's been power statement? No, thanks. Oh, jeez. I don't know. I think.
What's the other one that was on there that I thought there was something else I saw that looked kind of pretty cool. There was wasn't there a RM on there? I thought.
I didn't see an RM. No.
Okay.
We can see if they have one.
Yeah, let's check and see. I thought they had an RM.
They have two.
Mm-hmm. Let's take a peek at them.
Yeah, RM10, oversized titanium. That one's
I think that's the Boston, but I think his is white gold. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think in gold it would be better. In titanium, it's a little muted with that, especially with that strap.
I'm going to tell you something. The RM11 I have is titanium, and I'm sorry. I'm mistaken. Sorry, but the titanium. Until you put titanium on, you don't appreciate the quality of titanium.
Yeah.
So I think it's really super light. I appreciate, and it's pretty cool watch actually, but 130,000, and this is the 29.
Yeah.
It's 2015. Yeah.
The
All
one
right,
with the
let's get back.
female
Let's get back
tail.
to reality. Yeah.
Oh my.
So, what's on your watch docket for 2025? Anything you're looking at?
I was saying that once the job thing resolves itself, I might like to get something in a black dial. I just don't know what.
Hmm.
Maybe an IWC Big Pilot 43, George.
That would be the coup de grace for you. That would be the cherry on top, Mark.
Yes,
Yeah.
the dreaded cherry on top. Let's see. How about a Moser? Any black Mosers? No black Mosers.
I've never owned a Moser. Never really got into it.
No. Some of them I see and they're nice. When I was out at Watchbox or 1916, whatever last summer we did the
Yeah.
tour, they had brought a couple for us to look at. And they're beautiful.
I can't believe the Streamliner is now under $20,000.
19.5.
Oh my God.
I thought that green one was
Jeez.
that green female was a hot one too.
Yeah, I thought that too. And now it's like almost nothing.
Yeah. 2021. Yeah, I like they do. I love their dials. They do a lot of cool stuff with the female dials and stuff, and they just really they do some interesting things. I just don't know that where you're at. I saw a Chrono Swiss. That's not it. There's some kind of Instagram thing came up with a new Chrono Swiss. It was kind of cool looking,
Oh my goodness.
but expensive for what you're getting.
Yep, to say the least.
2 FE Jorns. Neither one of them really talks to me.
Yeah. Like I said, I just the Jorn thing, I think I'm done with them. I've had my two bats with them, and that was it, and I'm good with it.
I always thought this was a good looking watch. This Daniel Roth.
Daniel, there was a Frank Mueller, I think, on European Watch Code that I kind of thought was pretty nice. I can't remember if they still have it, but
The green one? Or the black one?
let's pull it up.
You got the Scaffender stainless steel with the green and the Scaffender 18 karat gold rose and the round manual.
Doesn't look too bad actually.
No.
I'd probably wear this before I'd wear a Hublot.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, that's actually even with the green, as bright as that green is, it's actually kind of cool looking.
Yeah, not too bad.
No, it's one of those brands that fell off the face of the earth. You know.
Yeah, there was some issues to say the
I heard
least.
there were some movement issues, some people issues, and
all kinds of wonderful stuff.
Yeah, but at 10 grand, you can get a deal on 9,500 and 10 grand. Let's see what he's got in the Glashuta range. What do you think of Glashuta?
I have one.
You have one?
Yeah, I have original 60s, the green dial.
Okay.
Yeah, I bought it when I was in Italy about like 10 or 11 years ago.
Cool.
Wow. Still own it. I think it's a pretty good brand actually, but it's just it's not for everyone. I just like the dial that they did on the original 60s. They had like the green, they had like an orange, they had all these different colors on them. So
Yeah, that's a good looking watch.
Yeah,
The moon
you
phase.
could do worse. You could
You
do
can
a
do
lot
worse.
worse than that.
Yeah,
What a nice watch.
I have a love hate with them. I love to hate them. No, I see some of them I really like. Some I'm like, yeah.
But Mark, you have to keep in mind you're tainted by IWC.
Oh, tainted. Yes, I forgot. I always forget that.
Yeah.
I think somebody was talking about this watch the other day. Maybe
The
Monday.
minute.
Yeah, this Parmigiani chronograph. Interesting.
Oh, just doesn't look right.
There's something off.
Yeah.
I think it's the left hand pushers that make with that the way they're integrated into the lug instead of the case. You know what I mean?
hmm
Gives a little bit of a different look.
If we go down that micro, if you go down a little bit on the Parmigiani,
Mm-hmm.
did you see there's one with the Gregorian calendar? Did you see that? Go right in the middle. Go right in the middle area.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, did you see that? I think that's a pretty nice looking watch.
Pretty cool looking watch, actually. Look at the depth of that dial.
Yeah.
That's a beauty.
Yeah. That looks real nice to me.
Yeah.
How much are they asking?
Well, let's go take a peek. 46.
So it's probably like an $80,000 MSRP, I would think, or more.
Rose gold. Stamped but undated papers.
The issue with Parmigiani was basically the manufacturing, from what I remember.
Okay.
They were just mass producing a lot of stuff, and just the toric, and you name it, they were just mass producing it and just slapping it on and sending it out, and no quality control. And then I think the guy who took over, I forgot. I think his name is Guido Torini, and he kind of resurrected the brand, and at least the brand is producing some reputable watches now. These GPs are looking good. I saw that rose gold blue dial one. If that was like maybe 40, I would pounce on that. I think it's a pretty good value.
Yeah.
Looks real nice, legible.
I like the Laureato as far as actually a lot of times when there's versions of it that I prefer even over the APs,
Yeah.
They did a nice job with those. What else we got? What else you want to look at, George?
Let's read Kelslow's super chat, Mark. Do you see it?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't see it. I'm sorry. Kelso says, George, what's the best daily wearer? No Rolex or Omega?
Well, that's not a problem because it won't be an Omega. That's simple. Yeah. So, I personally, if I had a daily wear, I'd like to go with the AP Royal Oak. That would be kind of like a daily wear for me.
Yeah.
I had it. I missed mine. I had the 15400 like that. If I'm wearing a shirt and tie, I'd like to wear my Laurent Ferrier. So
you're nice.
What about you, Mark?
Well, I like these Laureatos. I could see making one of those kind of an everyday wear. That would probably fit the bill. Obviously, I'm an Omega guy, so it's hard to talk to me about these things, George. Muhammad Ali said he's in no rush to get any watches, but he's waiting for an Aquanaut Royal Oak or Celebration dial. If they call, the great. If not, then that's okay too.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But I have to admit, when I travel, believe it or not, I wear a Tudor chrono.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that Tudor monochrome on the 5-link bracelet, the Black Bay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that's a really smart, clean watch that you can wear anywhere and not worry about
Yeah.
it.
Exactly. I think I showed you my Tudor chrono with the salmon dial. That's
Yeah.
kind of been like my go-to watch when I travel.
Mm-hmm. Trouble says Moser is lovely in person. They are. When you see them in person, especially some of the more complicated ones, they're beautiful. They really are beautiful watches. The ceramic Lariato. They had the green one over here, I think. But those are, I don't know about this green, this Aston Martin limited edition. But in general, these ceramics are really nice looking.
They are. They
Yeah.
are good value for the money, I think.
Yeah.
Good value for the money.
And Kelso says, yeah, good choice. I've been debating the 15300 for a long time. Might add one eventually.
Yeah.
You had a 15400, George?
I did. I bought it from Chase way back in like 2017 or 18. I think I paid like $16,000 back in the day. 16,
Wow.
17. Yeah. They
What
couldn't
dial?
give that stuff. Well, the dial was it was the gray dial, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Full box papers and everything. And then when the market exploded and everything else, it was sold quickly back because I just wasn't wearing it. And the
Yeah.
money that was being offered at the time was crazy money, I thought.
So something, I'm not sure if this is gray or black, but something along the lines of this.
Let me take a look. I'm actually like doing some work, so let me
Oh,
just
okay.
run.
Sorry about that, George.
Yeah, that's the exact
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice looking watch, fit and wore well. I kind of missed that watch, to be honest with you. So I had the overseas, the with the black dial as well. I bought from Chase back in the
Okay.
day, and that was even cheaper than the AP. That was like 16 or 15,000 back in 2018 times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, very cheap.
Yeah.
And I remember when Chase used to have the Nautilus, he used to sell them for on his website for about 25 back in like 2015, 2016.
Really?
Yeah, no joke. Absolutely no joke. And I bought a what is it? The 15 I bought a 41 millimeter Royal Oak Chrono with the Panda subdials from him back in the day for 24,000.
Ooh,
Yeah,
deals.
deals back way before COVID times. Back before there was only Archie in the watch streaming universe.
You're getting yelled at for wearing a shitter.
Yep, yep. But you know what though? I'm starting to notice like a lot of these brands now are coming towards reality where like you could walk into a Vacheron AD and you could probably pick up an overseas or something. You know what I'm saying? It's coming full tilt, so which is good.
That is a good thing. It's gonna end up back close to where it was.
Yeah.
Uh,
It wasn't that far back when you used to walk into Rolex and used to pick up a day date and you'd easily get 20% off.
oh yeah,
It wasn't that far back. And uh you know, it's what it is. So,
Trevor
and
wants to know, George, was Archie as unwatchable then as he is now?
no, he was very entertaining, and he was very hilarious.
Yeah. Now it just
Yeah.
seems to lean way into the drama and the just attacks and
Oh, I I kid you not. One of my funniest scenes was when he was in Hong Kong and he was outside. I think it was damn, I can't remember which boutique it was. I want to say uh I can't remember which boutique it was, but he was wearing shorts and a, like a dress shirt and
yeah.
flip-flops, and he was escorted out by the security guard. And then he went on stream and he's like screaming at him. And then the security guard comes out and escorts him out of the area. Oh God, that was hilarious.
Chavo says he's like watching a bunch of screaming schoolgirls.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, it's
but
not
it
the same.
was I think all of us like who've been around, all of us have like some Archie, influence,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
Because he was the original OG, and all of us who've been around like 2015, 2016, you know, all grown up with Archie and all of his uh, lifestyles and everything else. It was good times.
Yeah, Black Dow Grand Seiko GMT at European. Like,
Mm,
that's good looking. It's a beautiful watch. It's not worth the money, but it's
yeah,
a beautiful watch. The
yeah,
bracelet sucks.
yeah.
Bracelet sucks. That's the worst part. The dial finishing, the hand finishing, I mean, that's all there. The quality is there in the finishing. Why they can't just come up with a good bracelet, I don't, for the life of me, understand. Kelso says, so true, George. Respect to the OG Paul.
Yeah.
He is definitely the OG.
He definitely is.
Oh,
Many have
man.
tried, but nobody can duplicate.
Yeah. I haven't watched this stuff in a while. There's a bunch of drama come kicking people out. I'm just like, why are we doing this again? I just can't.
Uh,
You know?
I tune in every so often. It's some entertainment, but like you said, when it starts to get a little off the
Yeah.
beaten path, it's unwatchable.
Plus, that
But
one day I went on there with Buckley and Diego. We went over to, all three of us went over at the same time. We left the colony and we went over to talk about whatever. And Bear came on and just started berating Diego. And I was like,
oh
okay,
yeah,
no, really?
it's what it is. I
Yeah.
don't, you know how it is in life. You kind of have to have a thick skin, and I don't know the
Oh,
whole Bear and Diego
I have
situation.
a thick skin. It just seemed like,
Yeah,
we were over there trying to be like, hey, let's at least be friendly. We don't have to be
yeah,
friends. We can be friendly. And then that erupted. It was like, or
yeah.
maybe we can't even be friendly. you know?
Yeah, I've hopped on some of his streams on the panels, in the summer because I felt bad for him after his
Well, I've
son
hopped
passed away.
on way.
Yeah,
I did too, and and I feel bad for that.
yeah,
I don't know that he's necessarily running the show. Like
yeah,
the last few times I tuned in or whatever, it just seemed like other people were doing everything. He was just kind of sitting there.
right. Well, I see on Chase at Nashville Watch, he's got a new Day Date 40 white gold, the blue ombre dial. Did you see that?
Let's go take a peek. We were over there earlier. Let's go back over to Chase. Oh, look at that.
Beautiful watch, isn't that? Oh, 1 month old.
Damn.
So that's after taxes. I would assume that's about MSRP.
Yeah. Pretty watch.
Mm,
It's a classic. Date 8 is just a classic watch. Just
beautiful.
December of 24.
Yeah, 1 month old or less. But yeah, it's interesting to see the new uh, watch collectors and what I think everybody seems to think it's going to be back to where it was once before. And
Yeah.
for me, I always say, well, this looks kind of normal pricing to me. It's still probably a little bit high because
Hmm.
growing up, AP was never a big brand, and
Right.
now all of a sudden it's a hot brand. So
Yeah, not bad. Just got a couple sea dwellers still, some deep seas.
I think you should get that Sky Dweller yellow gold black dial with the
The
oyster
oyster,
flex mark for your wrist.
yeah. I'm not crazy about the oyster flex, but I like
Mm.
the sky dweller.
Hmm.
I think they're good looking. 42 mil works.
Yeah, it's a little thick, but nice.
Yeah. I like the stainless. I like the one that Buckley has the white, but I love the green, the minty green on the stainless with the oyster bracelet.
Mm.
I think that's a good looking piece. I think they did a nice job with that.
Well, now for the highlight of the show, the NFL playoff weekend,
Oh, it is a playoff weekend. Let me
the
pull up
most exciting,
ESPN.
the most exciting weekend in the NFL, I think, the divisional.
How about those Rams?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. So, Texans at Kansas City. Kansas City -8.
You know,
Kansas
I'm
City
gonna
is not
go.
blowing people out.
I'm gonna take the Texans, and I'm gonna take the Texans in the points.
Yeah. I think
And
I am too because Kansas City hasn't been blowing people out.
no, and Texans, they look pretty good against the Chargers, I must admit.
Yeah. They looked really good against, just
Uh,
surprising. Then you have the Commanders at the Lions, Detroit -9.5.
oh, another big spread. I'm gonna take the Commanders again.
I think I'm going to take the Lions. The Lions have
Okay.
been dispatching people. Uh, their offense has just been clicking all year. I mean, they're 15-2, and they just had a really kind of a magical year.
Hmm.
Then this is probably the most intrigue. Well, the next two, the most
All right.
intriguing games. Rams at Eagles. Eagles -6.5 on Sunday. Boy, the
So,
Rams
what's your?
have shocked how well
Yeah,
they play. You picked them at the beginning of the year.
yeah. I'm still gonna stick with them.
I think I am too. I just
Yeah.
I think they're playing well. They're
So, Mark, if I gave you a choice to pick between these two, McVay and Stafford or Hurts and Sirianni, who would you pick?
that's the thing. It's McVay and Stafford.
That's right.
You
That's right.
know, it's a better coach, a better quarterback.
Right.
Not necessarily a better team overall, but it's a better coach and a better quarterback. And if the game's close, I trust Stafford and McVay more.
I do too. And I'll tell you another interesting thing. Unlike the Miami Dolphins, the
Mhm.
Rams have proven throughout the course of the year that they could play in cold weather because they played in like 20 degrees at when they played the Jets, and then they played in the monsoon when they played the Niners in San Francisco. So I think they're battle tested, and I think that young defensive line is
Mhm.
unbelievable.
Yeah. I'm surprised they've turned it around so fast, but every time I watch them, in the back of my mind is, boy, week one, George said, look out for the Rams.
Yep. I wasn't predicting they were going to go 1-4, you know,
No,
but
but
you know the
geez,
the funny thing is I read like a stat like they have one of the lowest paid defenses in the league, if not the lowest paid, because they're all rookies.
They're all
Or
young.
they're
Aaron Donald
all
retired, they're
rookies or
all young.
second year or third year because they don't have to pay them.
Yep. Yeah, they're all young and hungry, and they're playing well. I mean, they draft well, and McVay's a great coach.
Oh yeah,
I
I
think
always wonder. Like they were talking about Shanahan getting traded in San Francisco. Can you imagine if the Les Snead of the Rams said, "We're thinking about trading Sean McVay"?
oh my Lord. Not in a million years. I think he's
No.
underappreciated. I want to say
Yeah.
underrated, because when people talk about him, they talk about him being a great coach, but they don't. I don't think they talk about him enough. I think he's underappreciated.
Yeah.
For,
Anybody that goes 10-1-4, and then they finished what, like 10-7?
Yep.
Yeah. Jeez. In the NFL.
Yeah, it's hard to do. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I mean, like I said, in a close game, I trust McVay and Stafford more,
Yep.
and I think that the Rams are going to load up on Barkley and make Hurts beat them.
That's exactly what I told a friend of mine. Yeah. That's what I would do. Load up, put 2 safeties in the box,
Yeah.
5 down linemen, say, okay, Barkley's not going to beat us. Your offensive line's not going to beat us. You're going to throw the ball.
Yep. That's the game plan.
Yep. And trust the secondary. That's it.
Then you got the Ravens at the Bills.
This is
Baltimore
the game.
favored.
This is the game. Yeah.
I think
go
the Ravens
first,
are
because I got a few choice to words to say.
Yeah, but the Bills are home, but they just, the last 4 years, this is the round they've lost in, the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's happening again. I like the Ravens.
You read my mind. I'm going to take the Ravens and the points every day of the week. Anytime. The thing about the Bills and the fans, they're just obnoxious.
Yeah.
They're just absolutely obnoxious. I can't stand Bills fans. They think they're always going to win the Super Bowl. Every year, Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl. And, it's got to suck for Buffalo fans, because you have 2 players in the AFC that you have to go through, Mahomes and Jackson. And you're going to face one of them for sure,
And Jackson's lighting it up, and just seems to be growing as a passer.
And
when
I'm
you add Henry.
Oh, I'm going to tell you, I think that Derrick Henry is going to rush for at least 120 yards, at least.
So they have the stats up here. And everybody's talking about Saquon going over 2,000 yards. Derrick Henry had 1,921 yards this year. It's 16.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And he had 20 less carries than Barkley.
Yep.
He had 3 more touchdowns, and he was about 70 some yards behind him. I mean, that's a hell of a year.
It is. And the interesting thing about this is like I said, I just can't see Harbaugh losing to McDermott, because McDermott can't coach himself out of a paper bag. He'll find a way to screw it up.
Yeah, you have to trust the coach at one point.
Yeah,
Harbaugh over McDermott, and and the Bills. This just seems, this is what used to be their Super Bowl. Where they lost, all those Super Bowls, 4 in a row. Now they've lost 4 of these division round playoff games. I like the Ravens.
Yeah, I think the Ravens will win by 7 to 10 points for sure. And you got to think like the Bills fans are in like hell, because they could, you had Brady for 20 years. They could never beat Brady, and now you've got Mahomes and you've got Jackson. That's hell. That is hell.
Yeah, I just I don't have any faith in Buffalo this year.
And for my morning drive when I go to my office, I listen to like what's it, Adam Shine.
Oh yeah.
And all these Bills fans are always calling, and they're like, borderline obnoxious, and it's like, oh,
No,
can't
there's
take
no
it anymore.
no borderline about it. They're obnoxious.
No, yeah, it's about as
Yeah.
bad as the Steelers fans.
Yeah. I know. Nobody's as bad as a Steeler fan. Come on.
Yeah. Oh, I just like to see the Ravens just run the ball right down the throat.
Well, I think they're going to, and
Yeah.
I think it doesn't bode well for Buffalo. There's the home field advantage. The weather isn't. Baltimore doesn't care.
Yeah. Well, anyways, what do you got planned for the rest of the day, Mark?
I'm gonna clean up the basement a little bit. Since I moved the washer and dryer upstairs, I got some stuff to clean up down there, and then just kind of hang out with Sherman the blind double dapple dachshund.
No, there you go. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the go get some lunch with a buddy of mine, and then I'm gonna maybe take out a watch or two from the vault and kind of wear it since I haven't worn them in a while. So
Cool.
that's always fun. But other than that, I'm gonna get all my shopping done and get ready for a football weekend.
Yes, I don't blame you. I made a big pot full of that mushroom stroganoff yesterday, so I'll be eating that for dinner tonight.
Right.
That's delicious, and I'll make some. I'll make something next week. I'm just kind of hanging out, waiting to hear about this job. I'm really excited about the potential there.
Well, that's great news. Great news.
I thought so. I was happy.
Yeah.
Like the biggest thing is if they're going to do it now, But I
Right.
think it sounds like they're leaning that way. And like I said, there's no. I did look to make sure that I didn't talk to them, and then they posted a job, looking for anyone, and they did not do that. So that's good. So we'll be
time permitting, I might even get my car washed today. We've had so much rain and sludge and everything else, so I thought, God, it's time to get this car cleaned.
We've just had snow and cold here.
We haven't had snow yet. We've had a lot of cold.
Yeah.
And a lot of rain. But I'm looking at the long range forecast, and I haven't seen snow, but it doesn't mean it can't. So we'll see.
Well, just so you know, I mean, it's in the 30s today, but into next week, Monday high of 10, Tuesday high of 14, Tuesday high of 13.
Well,
then it creeps back up into the 20s and 30s.
We're not that bad yet.
We got a cold coming. We get one or two of them a year where it gets super cold, super windy. You just don't even want to be outside. So,
anyways, well, Mark, I'm gonna have to head out. Great.
All right,
stream.
George. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate
You're
it.
You're gonna do your Sunday stream?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll
so
try to stop by on Sunday.
Yeah, if you pull something interesting out of the vault that you have on Sunday, please show us.
Oh, sure.
We love that.
I'm not sure. I just got to check and see which one I haven't worn in a while. So take it out and just kind of wear it around for a weekend and then put it back in.
Very cool. We always appreciate it. Thanks, George.
Yeah, you take care, Mark. Great show. And Kate, wishing you the best with your job, buddy.
Thank you.
You bet.
So, wow. What a show. Impromptu show. We got two of the best guests ever, Brian and George. Hard to beat. Pillars of the watch community, and just good guys, knowledgeable guys, great collections. Honored to have them on. So I pulled this up. Let me see. Where did I get rid of it? Oh my God, I might have gotten rid of it to look at Nashville. Hold on. There we go back. Maybe it was the NFL scores. So I've talked about this watch before. Here we go. Talked about this watch before. the Grand Seiko, the Spring Drive. It's the Evolution 9 collection. The Mist Flake is the one I saw at Teddy's place, and I always thought this was just a beautiful watch. It's, maybe $5,000. I think this thing's over 8 new. The finishing on it's amazing. I actually prefer this black dial one to the Mist Flake one. I know that makes me weird as well, but I'm not the biggest Grand Seiko guy. But if I was ever going to go down the Grand Seiko rabbit hole, it would be one of these Evolution 9 GMTs. I just think it's a really nice looking watch. When you look at it, the polish on the indices and the hands is amazing. And that part is true on these watches. The bracelet's not so great, but geez, what a beautiful watch. Whether you like the power reserve on the front or not, the sweep of the second hand of that spring drive is intoxicatingly smooth. It's one of my favorite things, anytime. So one reason I love watches in general, and why I like a full instead of a small seconds, I prefer a big second hand, is if ever I'm having a bad moment or stressed out or whatever, I will look at my watch, and depending on how bad of a moment it is, I'll go 30 to 60 seconds and just watch that second hand glide around. And that Grand Seiko second hand, it is so smooth. That spring drive second hand, a high beat second hand, it's just amazing. And it's just one of my favorite things in the world. It's one of the reasons I love watches. Just calm, it just brings me right back. If I watch 30 seconds of my watch hand going around, whoosh, center my Zen, and move on with whatever's coming next. It's not a bad thing overall. It's not a bad thing. We've still got 8 people watching. Ooh, George left. Everyone left with him. Anything else going on in the world? We're going to wrap it up here in a couple minutes. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. I appreciate all the well wishes on the job search and the new news. I think that was good stuff. And McCalendar says it is. Watching a Grand Seiko seconds hand is like meditation, McCalendar. I agree. Watching second hand in general is, but that one is so smooth. It's just ridiculous. That being said, I think they're asking $62.50 for this one. Not a bad price. I don't think it's a 2022. I think that's the year the watch came out. But it's got a little bit of an Explorer vibe to it with that, fixed 24-hour bezel. I wish the GMT hands on these had just a little bit of a different color to offset them from the other hands. But it's really nitpicky. The big thing is the bracelet. That's what really, and the name. I'm not a big fan of the Grand Seiko name, but the applied GS, the beautiful polish of those indices, the height of the indices, and the polish on those hands is freaking sick. It's absolutely sick. And that second hand sweeping around, like McCalendar says, it's like meditation. And for me, that's just one of the things that I do. It's always been just watch my second hand go around. Just let it go. Then just let everything out, let it go, move on with your day, move on with your life. If you haven't hit the up button, please like the stream. You got 20 upvotes. I appreciate that for impromptu, just thrown together at the last second kind of thing. I appreciate it. And again, I apologize for missing out on yesterday's show for purposes of going to chat about potential work. But hey, gotta work. Man's got to work. I got a few more years of work till I retire. That's kind of my goal. And I'd like to buy one more watch. So maybe Sunday we'll talk more about black dial watches. Anybody else got anything of the 9 that are left? Bueller. If not, we're going to go here in 2 minutes. That'll give us 2 hours, 50 minutes. Once, we'll play a video or something and get it to 3 hours. Cheating with Lucha. 10 people, no subjects. Grand Seiko had great guests. Got interesting to see what happens here in the next week or so with that potential job opportunity. It's really kind of cool. We had a couple super chats. Yeah, we had 2. And Muhammad Ali, always appreciate that. It's always good to have Brian Mark streaming. We had Kelso Wentz with the $2 super chat. George, what's the best daily wear? No Rolex or Omega. And AD visit on Tuesday. So who's that? Oh, I will definitely stay tuned. Definitely want to see what's going on there. Like I said, I stopped my AD. They didn't have really anything Rolex wise for sale. And Rolexes are still selling. They don't have any problem moving a Rolex right now. I was chatting with them for a while. Tag slow, tutor slow. They had most of the new hot tutors in the case. They've also got Karl F. Bucher, which are beautiful watches, and that peripheral rotor is really cool. But I mean, it's Karl F. Bucher. Who's going to spend that kind of money right now for that watch? They had some really cool watches in the Raymond Weil line. They had some of those May watches and some of the other stuff. But nobody's buying those. Nobody's buying Baume & Mercier. They had a bunch of the glass box tags. Nobody's really looking at those. And I didn't pull a lot. I didn't have them pull much out of the case to look at because they actually had a bunch of jewelry customers. There was 2 guys looking at watches. They had a bunch of jewelry customers when I went in there, surprisingly. So I was telling them to please wait on somebody who's going to buy something, you make a commission or something on, rather than playing around with me. So I didn't really pull a lot out to look at. But some of those Carrera glass box, the Carreras in general have really come a long way. A lot of them look good. But nobody's buying those either right now, according to the staff. And my friend whose brother owns the AD. One thing, they took the big Rolex sign down off the front. And I said, what's up with that? And she said, it was an insurance company. Asked them to not have Rolex be the prominent sign. Yes, there have been a lot of break-ins and a lot of theft, a lot of robberies. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And other than that, the guys who super chatted again, no one is required to super chat here. I do appreciate them. Right now, any super chats we go in that we do get in on the channel, just so you guys know what's happening with the money. I'm going to use that to pay my towards my Cobra for my medical. Because even if I started the new job at the beginning of next month, it's going to be 30 days for. I'm going to need the Cobra at least a month, maybe 2. So that's where all that money goes. Just so you're aware, I believe in full transparency on that type of thing. And I do appreciate your generosity and your viewership. That being said, we're going to play a couple videos here and get our way out. We'll play a couple videos. If anybody got something else they want to talk about, let me know, and we can do that stuff. What do we want to watch here? I think first we'll go over the Instagram, and we will play. We've got, and we'll do The creamsicle. Beauty, eh? This watch is so much nicer in person than even it looks nice in this video, but it's so much nicer in person. It's really clean. And it's a nice, chunky dive watch. And the bracelet's really nice. It's heavy. The whole watch is heavy with the bracelet and everything. The satin finish on the bracelet is just nice. The comfort setting on that, I mean, you got 9.6 millimeters of move on that, of give. It's just really, really a nice piece. I can't stress that enough. The full loom on the bezel, the 8900 movement that Keselowitz hates. I would say Keselowitz. Put the L in the wrong place. Sorry, Kelso. Excuse me. But hard to beat for the money. Can't stress enough. Just and photogenic. What a photogenic watch. I know I get some smudges there, but people complain about the AR coating on the top and bottom of the crystal. Boy, that crystal just disappears at some angles. It's just really, really beauty. It's an absolute beauty, eh? Yeah. Yesterday I was out and I took a loom picture so you can see the full loom bezel. Loom pictures don't come out that great. But I was out driving around yesterday and man, look at that thing. It's just a quick, hey, look at my watch, take a picture. No setup or anything. Just out and about in the yucky weather. Absolute gorgeous. Today I took this out and about where the lacquer turquoise Aquaterra. And again, that AR coating, boy, it makes those watches photogenic. It really helps. Here's a video of the Aquaterra. That's actually, I think, day after or 2 days after I got it. That new bracelet is unbelievable. But look at that dial. That dial is so beautiful. The color's so cool. The fume is great. The minute track is amazing. The indices are big and cool looking. Date at 6 o'clock gives it some symmetry. That second hand's cool. Like Brian said, if you had one complaint, it would be the arrow on only the minute hand. But even at that, it's just such a beautiful watch. And the arrow on the minute hand is an icon of the Aquaterra. So what are you going to do? Make them change it? I don't think they would. I don't think they'd change it for me. And that was hopefully the last of the French omelets for a long time. These things get tedious to make, but delicious. And we did the pork belly rice. It's sort of like a Filipino sea log meets the. Can't remember what the name of the Puerto Rican breakfast, the rice breakfast thing I made, but it's kind of a combo of stuff that I made on this one. Put the old sunny side egg on top, cut through that egg, let the yolk run through. Oh, delicious. The air fried pork belly was amazing. The mushroom stroganoff was amazing. That bread's so good. I get that bread from the market districts. It's that multi-grain bread. I still have, it hasn't gone bad, but I still have some of that cranberry sauce I had mixed up for Christmas dinner. So threw that with a little bit of sour cream on top. Just delicious. Absolutely delicious. And then I had leftovers of the rice and pork belly bites. So I threw some roasted red peppers in there and mixed that all up, cooked it up. Some scrambled eggs this morning. And a latte from my Nespresso. Well, all things being equal, life could be a lot worse. So no sense complaining. Guys, I appreciate you coming in. We will definitely see you Sunday, if not sooner. You never know what we're going to do here. But I do appreciate y'all.